Through the prayers of Holy Fathers, Lord Jesus Christ, our God, have mercy on us and save us. Amen. You're welcome to this YouTube channel where we read to you on daily basis. The lives of saints has been celebrated by the Traditional Orthodox Church. Today, December 25, according to the civil calendar, is no December 12th of the church calendar. We commemorate today the great saint Spiridon, the wonder worker, Bishop of Trimitos. The island of Cyprus was both the birthplace of this famous saint and the place in which he spent his life in the service of the church. He was of simple farming stock and remained simple and humble to the end of his days. He married young and had children, but when his wife died, he devoted himself entirely to the service of God. He was chosen for his devotion as bishop of Trimitos, and even as a bishop, did not change his simple style of life, taking charge of his cattle himself and tilling his own land. He consumed very little of his own produce, giving the greater part to the poor. He performed great wonders by God's power, making rain fall in a drought, stopping the course of a river, raising several of the dead, healing the emperor Constance of a grief sickness. Constance of a great sickness, seeing and hearing angels, foreseeing future events and penetrating the secret of the human heart. He turned many to the true faith and did much shares. He was present at the First Ecumenical Council in Nicene in 325, and by his simple and clear exposition of the faith, as well as by convincing miracles, brought back many heretics to orthodoxy. He dressed so simply that once, when he was invited by the emperor to the imperial court, a soldier took him for a beggar and struck him a blow. The meek and guileless Spiridon turned him the other cheek. He glorified God with many miracles and was of great and both to individuals and to the whole church of God. He entered into rest in the Lord in 348, and his wonder-working relics now lie on the island of Corfu and continue to glorify God with many wonders. We were told the temperature maintains a body temperature of 36 degrees centigrade since that time of his death up till now. For consideration, the living Lord was innumerable ways of knowing when to be the second saint we commemorate today is the Hero Martyr Alexander, Bishop of Jerusalem. The Hero Martyr Alexander, Bishop of Jerusalem. He was at first bishop in Cappadocia, but during the persecution under Severus in 2003, was thrown into the prison and exile. After that, he accepted the seal of Jerusalem and there founded a famous library that was of great use to Eusebius. When he was writing his ecclesiastical history, he was tortured in various ways during the reign of Decius and was thrown to the wild beast alive and unharmed. He was cast into prison, where he finished his earthly course and went to the Lord in the year 251. The holy martyr Synesius. He boldly preached the truth of Christ as a young reader in Rome and denounced the idolaters. He was beheaded for his outspokenness during the reign of Aurelian towards the end of the 3rd century. For consideration, nothing will help us if we are not generous and forgiving towards human weakness in others. If we do not forgive others, how can we hope that God will forgive us? St. Spiridon once told a merchant 100 goats, sold a merchant 100 goats at a given price and told the buyer to produce the money. Knowing that Spiridon himself would never count it, he pulled down enough for 99 goats and secreted the money for the 100th. Spiridon then counted out 100 goats for him. But when the merchant and his servants started driving away, one of them returned, bleating. It was driving off again and again returned. It kept returning to the flock and would not go with the other goats. The saint then whispered into the merchant's ear, "You know, my son, that animal is not acting like this without a reason. Have you perhaps withheld the price? The merchant was ashamed and acknowledged his sin. And as soon as he had paid the full amount, the goat immediately went off and joined the rest of the flock. On another occasion, some thieves went into the spirit's pasture. When they had seized as many rams as they wanted, they tried to leave the field, but an invisible force riveted them to the head, and they could not move from that spot. At dawn, the bishop came to the pasture, and seeing these thieves, reproached them, meeting, and told them to try in future to live by their own labor, and not to by thieving. He then caught a ram and gave it to them, saying, "Take this, so that your trouble and night vigil should not have been in vain." And he sent them away in peace. Thank you for listening. I pray that the good Lord will bless you. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I want through God. Amen.